Welcome to our video about client desktop client messages. Client messages are simply voicemail messages clients leave for their officers to hear and see in Comply. If your court has this option enabled, when clients call to check for appointments, they will be given the option to leave a voicemail for their officer. If they do, the message is saved and transcribed in Comply, and you are alerted to new messages with a message indicator in the upper right-hand corner of the desktop. You can review all waiting messages on the Main Client Messages tab, or all messages for a specific client on their Client Profile Client Messages subtab. Why use Comply Client Messages rather than your office or cell phone email? Well, Comply messages provide a centralized, self-documenting history of phone correspondence with a client, and you can see messages for all clients neatly organized in one place versus the alternative of keeping them saved on your cell phone or desk phone with no simple way to retrieve or organize them. Let's walk through this feature in the order you typically would once your clients start leaving messages. You'll first see a message waiting indicator showing a count of the new messages in the upper right corner of the desktop. By default, you'll see a message count for all clients you are authorized to view in the Comply desktop. For example, if you're only allowed to view your own cases, you'll only see a count of messages for you. If you're a supervising officer, you can view clients' messages for, say, 6 officers you supervise. And of course, if you can view all clients district-wide, you'll see a count of new messages for all clients. Simply click on that message counter and Comply will open the Client Messages tab showing a list of new messages in descending order from newest to oldest. As you click down the list, you will see the 2 detail panels beneath the grid change to display details about each message. Let's take a look at the first one. We see that Christina Caldwell left a message on January 8th at 6:18 a.m. Her contact information from PAX is shown in the center detail panel, so you can easily get back to her if necessary. The message transcription and an audio player display in the bottom detail panel. A note on transcriptions: they are only about 80 to 85% accurate because of dialect, slang, etc. So at the very least, it should give you an idea of the message. As long as your PC has speakers or headphones, you can use the audio player to listen to the actual recording. Once you've reviewed the message, you can uncheck the new checkbox in the bottom right and click Update. If you do, the next new message will display in the detail panel. You can alternately use the Next Message and Previous Message buttons to navigate through messages in the grid above without having to click in the grid itself. Let's go back to the top of the grid from left to right. You can alternately display all messages, whether they are new or not, by unchecking the Display New Only checkbox in the upper left-hand corner. You can filter for all officers or just your own officer record by deselecting all and selecting your record. We'll go back to selecting all. Finally, the Display Since Date allows you to choose how far back you would like to see messages display in the grid. Simply choose a date and click the Display Since button. Now, last but not least, you can quickly look at the entire message history for a single client by clicking on their PAX number in the grid. I'll click on 2511. Clicking the PAX number opened this client's profile tab in a new browser tab, and specifically to their Client Messages subtab, where you can see their entire voicemail history and all the same functionality you had in the Main Client Messages tab. In summary, not only can your court utilize Comply for appointment scheduling and call compliance tracking, but through the combined use of these client messages with officer messages and optionally the Comply texting feature, Comply acts as an efficient messaging platform between you and your clients. Thank you for joining us today.